minutes from death. Then the victim walked in alive.
The man on death row. Daniel Cole had spent almost 2 decades on death row. A man with no criminal record, no history of violence, no reason, on paper, to kidnap a child. But one winter night, everything changed. A 7-year-old girl named Mia Turner vanished while walking home from school. Witnesses claimed the last person seen with her was Daniel. He said he stopped his truck because he thought she was lost. She panicked and ran. That was it. No one believed him. A frightened community needed someone to blame. The courts needed a conviction. And Daniel became the easiest target. He was sentenced to die. For 15 years, he kept one story, never changing it, never adding details, never asking for sympathy, until his final request. That was the first moment he ever said, "I saved her." The original crime. 15 years earlier, the town was quiet, one of those places where everyone knew everyone. Parents weren't afraid to let their children walk home from school. People left their doors unlocked. It felt safe, until the night Mia didn't come home. Her backpack was found in a ditch, her jacket near a creek, and footprints, small ones, led toward the woods. But the trail went cold. The community panicked. Volunteers searched day and night. Helicopters scanned the forest. The news covered it non-stop. Then a witness claimed they saw a man in a brown pickup near the area, Daniel Cole's truck. That was all it took. No body, no physical evidence, no confession, just fear. The trial was fast. The verdict was certain. And Daniel Cole was buried alive in a concrete box, waiting to die for a crime he said he didn't commit. The final request. 6 days before his execution, Daniel received the traditional question, "Do you have a final request?" Daniel hesitated, rubbing the chain around his wrist, a nervous habit he developed over the years. "Yes," he finally said. "I want to see the girl I saved." The warden frowned. It didn't make sense. It sounded delusional. "You mean the girl in your case? The victim?" Daniel looked up, eyes hollow but steady. "No," he whispered. "The girl I saved." The guards exchanged uneasy glances. For the first time in 15 years, Daniel had changed his story. The warden immediately ordered a psychological evaluation. They assumed he was losing his mind as death approached. But he wasn't. He was finally ready to tell the truth. The confession, that wasn't. In the interview room, cold metal table, 2 guards, recording light blinking, Daniel broke his silence. He told them he found Mia inside an abandoned shed near the woods, locked, crying, terrified. He said he broke the lock, pulled her out, and carried her through the forest, trying to find help. But then, the real kidnapper returned. Daniel was struck on the head, knocked unconscious. When he woke up, everything was different. Police lights, officers shouting, and Mia was gone. To them, it looked like he was hiding her. Daniel didn't fight back, didn't resist, didn't shout his innocence. He simply shut down. "It didn't matter what I said," he said quietly. "No one would have believed me. And if I named the man who took her, he would have killed her." Then Daniel said one detail that chilled the investigators. She had a scar behind her left ear, a crescent shape, like a little moon. This detail wasn't in any report, not on the news, not even in the family's statements. Only Mia, or someone who held her, could know that. For the first time, the warden felt something he never expected: doubt. The warden's struggle. Warden Harris was a strict man, a by-the-book man. He believed in rules, law, and consequences. But he also believed in truth. For the next 3 days, he barely slept. Daniel's words echoed in his mind. Could an innocent man really be about to die? Or was this death row manipulation? Harris ordered a quiet reinvestigation. Nothing official, nothing public, nothing that could delay the execution. He simply wanted clarity before he signed the final papers. Detectives combed through old files, interviewed retired officers, pulled old maps, checked abandoned structures. They found nothing. 2 days left, nothing. 1 day left, still nothing. The state pressured the warden to stop wasting resources. The governor's office called twice. The attorney general emailed, reminding him no new evidence had been presented. But the warden couldn't shake the feeling. Something was wrong. The retired officer. On the morning before Daniel's execution, an old man walked into the sheriff's office. A retired officer, white hair, trembling hands, eyes full of guilt. "I heard you're rechecking the Turner case," he said. He revealed something shocking. 15 years ago, the official search area was smaller than reported. A storm was approaching. The mayor wanted results. The media was swarming, pressure was high. So parts of the woods, including a private property with an old shed, were never searched at all. He had kept that secret for 15 years. Within an hour, an investigative team was on the property. What they found changed everything. The shed. The shed was worn down, leaning to one side, half swallowed by vines and dead branches. Inside, the hinges were bent, as if kicked. The inside wall had small scratch marks, child-sized. Pieces of rope lay in the dirt, and under a pile of debris, a bracelet, purple beads, a tiny heart charm. Mia's. No news cameras, no public statement, no press conference. Only the warden knew. And for the first time in his career, he was terrified. Time was up. They needed Mia, alive. Otherwise, the evidence wouldn't be enough to stop the execution. But where was she? The girl returns. Hours before the execution, a young woman walked into the prison lobby, nervous, pale, clutching a worn-out stuffed rabbit. "My name is Mia Turner," she said. The guards froze. She explained she had been taken from Daniel that night, then hidden by her kidnapper for years, moved from state to state like a ghost. No school, no friends, fake names, fake documents. Her abductor died recently. While cleaning out his belongings, she found paperwork revealing her real identity. She had come to clear Daniel's name and to see the man who risked everything to save her. The final meeting. They brought her to the visitation room. Daniel entered, shackles clinking softly. When he saw her, he stopped breathing. Mia recognized him instantly. "You tried to help me," she whispered. "I remember your face." Daniel closed his eyes. For the first time in 15 years, he cried. But her testimony alone couldn't save him. Legally, it wasn't enough. Until she revealed the final piece, a photograph. She had been too afraid to look at it for years. A picture taken by her kidnapper when she was a child, tied up inside the shed. And there, in the bottom corner, Daniel's boot print, the same boot he wore the night he was arrested. Proof he broke the door open. Proof he was telling the truth. Proof he saved her. Emergency orders followed. The execution halted. The conviction overturned. Daniel didn't die that day. The twist ending. Why he stayed silent. When Daniel walked out of the prison gates, reporters swarmed him. Why didn't you fight harder? Why didn't you name the real kidnapper? Why did you stay silent for 15 years? Daniel looked at Mia, standing beside him, finally free, and answered, "Because if I named him, he would have found her, and she wouldn't be alive today." He sacrificed everything, his freedom, his reputation, his future, to protect a little girl who couldn't protect herself. His final request wasn't about closure. It was about making sure she survived long enough to find him. Not for forgiveness, not for sympathy, for truth. And she did.